Today, we're talking all about ways to boost your leads and sales. I know you guys want to know about this, right? Who doesn't? Because that's what keeps our business going. That's what allows us to pay our bills, right? And make a bigger impact in other people's lives. So let's jump into things that are working right now for us as entrepreneurs, especially if you are a coach, a consultant, a professional service provider that's using the online space as a vehicle to help boost your leads and sales. Maybe that's not happening the way that you would want for it to happen. So I want to share some things that you should be doing or you can be doing. I don't want to say should, because here's the thing, guys, like I'm not saying that you should. What I'm telling you is these are the things that are working. Whether you do it or not, that's going to be all on you, right? But if you really want to be strategic and run your business as the CEO of your business, these are the things that experts are doing. We work with high profile experts. We work inside of their business. I do these things too. And there's a reason why we're doing it. It's because it's what's working. So, number one, and I'd love to know if you're doing these. And if you are, share how this is working for you and also share how it's not working for you so I can help you tweak it. Okay. That is the point of these calls. Use me and abuse me. Okay. So number one, you need to have a social media strategy if you are using social media as a vehicle to help drive leads and sales. Most entrepreneurs do not have a strategy. Here's what you're doing. You are just posting what you think about in the moment without actually having a strategy. What do I mean by this? What I mean is you should be planning out your initiatives for the next quarter, 2 quarters, or the entire year. And based off of those initiatives, so let's say you have launches or new offers or promotions, right? Based off of those, you want to create a social media strategy and a plan that supports that strategy to build brand awareness and boost leads and sales around those initiatives that are coming up. And we have to do this. We have to do this, especially nowadays with how cluttered social media is. There is only an allotted amount of inventory on these platforms. You guys know that? It's not like, just because you post something, everyone's going to see it. No, it's got to be valuable. It needs to resonate. It's got to create engagement. It's got to activate in order for the algorithm to be your friend. So I'm upping my game for the next, it's been 3 weeks plus, up through the launch of the workshop. Number two, we cannot depend on our contacts on social media. We must set up an email list. Okay. Algorithms change all the time. Platforms, they die. We don't own these platforms. Some of you guys freaked out when Facebook went down for 2 or 3 hours a couple months ago. I took the day off. A few hours off. I was like, yes. Okay. Why? Because we have built a strong email list. My email list is not even huge, but I know I have contacts, right? So if I can't reach you on social media, I'm going to reach you through email or even your phone. Okay. So planning to set up and actually activating and initiating, executing a way to set up an email list. We set up an email list typically by generating leads through lead magnets. And you don't have to have a website in order to generate leads, by the way, guys. You don't have to have a funnel, okay? I'm going to give you a really easy way to do this without actually having all of that. Now, to send out the emails, when you get to a point where you're going to be sending out bulk email, yes, you want to have some sort of platform to use in order to do that, especially because, for example, Outlook or Gmail, you're not supposed to send promotional emails through Gmail. Okay. So, there is going to be a need at some point for you, if you don't have one already, to use a platform like a very basic one like MailChimp. I really don't like MailChimp, but just saying basic, right? Constant Contact is another one. And then there's other CRMs that are going to be more robust for you. I personally like High Level. I use a white label version of that called Funnel Gorgeous, and it actually does more than just emails. It does my funnels. You can create a website in there, text messaging, pipelines, all sorts of amazing things. So if you guys want more info on that, let me know. It's $100 something a month, but it's well worth it, especially if you've already built an email list. Okay. All right. So a really simple way of building an email list without having a website and without having a funnel structure to funnel people in. You ready for it? One way is, let's say that you offer some sort of tutorial or live training using Zoom. With the paid version of Zoom, guys, it's $14.99 a month, I think. With the paid version of Zoom, you can create registration pages. So let's say, I'm going to offer, hey, join me on Zoom so I can teach you 10 ways to boost your leads and sales. And you say, yes, I want to join you. I'm going to send you my Zoom registration link so you sign up through there. And there, now I have your email. Okay. So if you think you have to have a website or a funnel to get emails, you don't. That's one very simple way. Second way is by just asking for people's emails. And here's how. Ready? So let's say I do something on social media. I share a post and I say, if I did a training on 10 ways to boost your leads and sales that, have created multiple six figures for me over the years, would you want to know? People are going to say, yes, yes, please. Yes, let me know, right? They're going to comment that. I'm going to respond to their comment by saying, okay, perfect. I'll send you a personal message for more details. The reason why I respond to their comment is because it helps the algorithm and it now builds this connection, right? So then I'm going to go into personal messages or DMs and I'm going to say, hey, thank you so much for your comment on wanting to know more about my upcoming training. What's a great email for me to send you the registration link? Okay. That's it. Or you send them a Zoom link or whatever. Okay. So I feel like we complicate this. And we feel like we need to have all these pieces together in order to do this. And you absolutely don't. And that's what's stopping a lot of you. Okay. All right. Third way to boost your leads and sales if you're using social media as a vehicle. Contribute to this space, to the platforms as an actual expert and a leader with leadership content. Like so many of you are so focused on the sale that you're forgetting that we have to create an experience for our audience so they get to know, like, trust, and eventually want to work with us. But no, we're like pushing like our promotions. They don't understand like why they should even say yes to us, right? So you want to give value. And I'm not saying don't tell people the how to do something, because the how is why they need to work with you. Give them the what. So share your expertise. Like, I feel sometimes like I am a broken record, and I'm not going to apologize about it because I know it takes us about 19 to 20 something times to hear the same message over and over again for it to actually stick, right? For it to click. But contribute to these platforms. Contribute to, maybe you do guest podcasting, or maybe you do guest blogs also. Those are other ways, but be a contributor, okay? By sharing your knowledge. And that's going to allow you to position yourself as a leader. And I'll give you a quick strategy on how to do this. Because again, I don't like theoretics, especially inside of here. Like, I want to give you guys real actionable steps. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment, not right now, but like when we're done or sometimes today. Take a moment and write 10 frequently asked questions that your leads, prospects, past clients, current clients have asked you. Write the answers to those questions. Those questions are going to be like the hook to your content. That's going to be what's going to draw people into your content. The answers to those questions, without giving the how, just giving the what, is going to be the actual context of your content. Okay. If you put content out there that people are asking questions about, then you're going to resonate and you are moving them through this experience because they're going to see you as a resource, as a thought leader. And you can put that content out there in a variety of ways, whether it's written text with an image, just written text, no image. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, of course you need an image. Doing a short reel, answering it. So like, many times you guys have asked, Ginna, how can I increase my engagement? That's a frequently asked question that I get all the time. So I could do a video. Here's 3 ways that you can increase your engagement right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The fourth one that's working really well, and this has been working really well for, I would say, a few years now, is joining Facebook groups. But here's the thing, like, be intentional with your time and don't go into Facebook groups to like spam people, right? We don't want to have spammy conversations. Okay. So with Facebook groups, be very intentional with your time in there. Choose maybe 3 Facebook groups where you know that your ideal clients are at. Okay. Join those groups. Pay attention to the rules. Some of these groups are free. They do have certain days that you can promote yourself, But you want to show up in there as a thought leader, not as somebody who's just promoting themselves. And here's how you do it. Once you join these groups, go into the search bar of the group and type in a keyword phrase that relates to your industry. So it could be something like, for me, I would maybe type in like marketing help. There's a search bar for the group. Okay. It looks like a little magnifying glass. I would type in marketing help. Basically, what it's going to do, it's going to pull up on the right-hand side of the screen. If you do this on desktop, which is the way that I would suggest to do it, on the right side of the screen, it's going to pull up all of the posts that have a conversation happening about marketing help. But you want to filter it by most recent, right? So you don't want to really comment on something from like 2 years ago. So filter it to most recent and then scroll through and see where you can give some advice. The more you do that, the more these Facebook groups, the people in these Facebook groups are going to see you as a resource, as a thought leader. It also will give you the opportunity to even connect with them privately. If I start a back and forth with someone in a Facebook group underneath a post, I'm going to friend them if I feel like they could be, a potential client or a power partner or a referral partner. I will friend them and I'll just send them a quick message and say, hey, since we were going back and forth, I'd love to connect with you more. So I thought I'd friend request you. That's it. I'm not going to ask for anything from them. I'm not going to try and pitch them. Now, if they seem like they really needed help, I would maybe say something like, if you are still stuck, I'm happy to jump on a quick call with you and just share some ideas. Okay. But again, not being a weirdo. You don't have to be like that. Just be a normal human being. Be yourself. The fifth thing that is working, and as the market shifts, because right now there are some huge market shifts right now, especially for us that are coaches and consultants. Think about offering a complimentary, like 15-minute or 30-minute call. And depending on your capacity, this is really going to give potential clients a glimpse of what it's like to work with you. Okay. So everyone in this group has the ability to sign up for a complimentary Ignite Your Brand audit call. What happens on this call? It's free. We jump on this call for about 30 minutes. I scroll through your social media and I give you personalized tips on where you can close some gaps that I'm noticing to help you boost your leads and sales. On this call, you are getting a glimpse of what it's like to work with me. You're getting a glimpse of my expertise. You're getting a glimpse of my consulting style and if my personality aligns with yours. Sometimes on this call, I may make an offer to you. Many times on this call, I don't make an offer because from what I see, depending on the stage of your business, we may not align currently. It may not be the time for you to jump into, a high level program with me, right? But it gives you the ability and it gives me the ability to establish trust with you right out of the gate. So if you haven't offered these types of calls, I would highly suggest to do so and make them very limited, right? So these are limited. My calendar is not open just whenever. They're very limited spots. Like I had somebody that just registered for one that's not happening until like the middle of May, right? But that can really quickly boost your sales and your leads because that is a form of a lead magnet, which takes me over to number 6. Create a free resource. Creating a free resource is going to help to generate more leads because you're offering people in exchange for their email. So here's a way to increase that email list. You're offering them something valuable. Something that's consumable. It's not going to take them like hours to read, right? It's going to give them some small wins. And, this is a really, really powerful way of, again, upping your game and your email list. Okay. And if you have questions on lead magnets, let me know. Like there's so many different ways to do this. A lead magnet, like sometimes I'll go on my public profiles and on like my personal profile and I'll say, hey, on Thursday, I'm going to be sharing 10 ways to boost your leads and sales inside of my free group. Who wants access? This group is a lead magnet. Just being honest. Okay. So everyone that comments, yes, I want access. Now they have become a lead, right? So we don't have to overcomplicate it. Another lead magnet could be a workshop or a masterclass or a checklist of sorts, or, giving people like an inside scoop on a tutorial of something that would maybe take them a while to Google elsewhere. Okay. Those are all types of lead magnets. Oh, this one I love. Repurpose your content. To get the most out of your content creation, you want to repurpose your content in a variety of ways. So for example, this training that I'm doing right now is going to be repurposed into an article on LinkedIn. which is also like a blog post. We're also going to take snippets of this and use it for reels. I'm also going to take this transcription and use it for email. Okay. I can also take the transcription and put it on little slides for a carousel post or on Instagram, right? I can also take this video and share it over to YouTube. So that is number one, working smarter, not harder, keeping your message cohesive. And the more that you repeat your message over and over again, the more likely it is to click, especially if that same person is hearing the same message over and over again. And that's going to boost your sales. Number 8, network. Network not only online, network offline. People get in person, have human connections in person. I would do that more so if I had more time than I would online. Okay. So find networking groups to be a part of. That's like one of the fastest ways to create leads and then move those leads into sales, is to just be in person and have that human in-person connection with people. Okay. So find whether it's, Chamber of Commerce's, women in business groups, different coffee connections. There's so many different networking opportunities out there. Google it. Just Google local networking groups in my blank county. I would say Broward County for women in business. Check on meetup.com is another great one. Also check on Facebook. A lot of these in-person networking groups, they have Facebook groups as well. Okay. Or even Facebook pages. Number 9, this one we are huge on, and it's create a referral program. So as a high-level marketing agency, if you were to come to work with us as a private agency client, our clients are typically corporate clients or high-profile experts, and our retainers start at around 50,000, okay, and then go up from there. Referral program is huge for us. Or we do a lot of stuff now on LinkedIn, right? But having a referral program is a great way to not only build your client loyalty, but it's also going to increase word of mouth marketing. And word of mouth marketing is one of the best ways to get people to hype you up over and over again. But you want to also offer something in return, right? So it could be like a discount, just depending on what your business model looks like. It could be a discount. It could be a gift. It could be a referral commission, right? Which we do sometimes as well in our agency. That really just depends on your actual business model. All right. The last one I'm going to give you is, if you haven't done this yet, create community around your business, around your brand. And a Facebook group is a great way, but you can also create community with your content and just how you're putting yourself out there. But having a community where people feel like they have a place to grab resources, to interact. So create a community around your business. That would be the last one. If you have any questions while you are watching the replay, drop them down below. I am happy to come back and respond. Okay, so I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.